After taking just 5 points from their last 5 National South League games, Dartford no defeat today to Dulwich Hamlet could see their grip on second slip as far as slipping all the way down to 4th in the table. Team news for Dartford: it is Jordan Winter, Richard Chin, Connor Essam, Tom Bonner, Luke Colson, Alex Wall, Maxwell Statham, Harvey Bradbury, Sam Adaldu, Junaid Mead and Ben Dudzinski returning in between the sticks. On the bench, Samir Carruthers, Luke Allen, Kieran Murta, Malachi Napa and Bobby Dunn. For today's visitors, the Hamlet, there'll be a few players that Dartford fans recognise. Charlie Granger starts in goal with Sanchez Ming, Connor Lawless, David Stevens, Danny Mills, Quade Taylor, George Porter, Dion Woodward, Joe Felix, Yanni Critchlow and Christian Campbell. On the bench, Frankie Raymond, Aaron Jones, Joshua Fawole, Joel Powell and Ronnie Vint. Completing the Dulwich squad in a two-man strike partnership up front, and it's Bradbury who Dudzinski looks for. It will go past him and through to Alex Wall. He lays it off looking for Richard Chin. It will come for Sam Adaldu. Got a toe to it, pokes it into the Dulwich Hamlet area. There's a bit of indecision. Harvey Bradbury can square it for Alex Wall, who will tap it into the empty net and give Dartford the lead. Calamitous from Dulwich Hamlet. Hakan Hayrettin is furious on the touchline, and you can understand why. It was a complete mess in the area between Charlie Granger and I think Sanchez Ming, who really got it all wrong. Charlie Granger will come out of the area to launch this kick long. No doubt Danny Mills will be the target. It is towards Mills, who's going to be battling with Connor Essam, but it's Connor Essam who gets his head to it. It comes for Richard Chin. He glances it away. Bradbury then gets to it first. Chin then plays it into Colson. He looks to sweep it in behind for Alex Wall. Great ball down the right-hand side. Wall looking to stand up the defender. He's got Colson overlapping. He'll use him. Here is Luke Colson. Stevens with him. He clips it to the back post. Bradbury coming in! And it was a saving header on the goal line from the Dulwich man. I think it's Sanchez Ming who's able to put it behind for a corner. Brilliant defending from the number 2. There was a collision between Bradbury and Ming as that happens. He bounces it a few times in a luminous orange strip before drop kicking away on the left flank. Great kick up towards Alex Wall. Loses out, but Adaldu can pick it up in the middle of the park. Great play from Sam Adaldu. Will drop for Luke Colson. Able to spin well, lay it back to Wall. He'll shift it sideways. It'll come for Richard Chin now on the right-hand side. He's got Statham on to his right. It'll go inside to Sam Adaldu. Spins away from a Dulwich man before rolling back to Jordan Winter. He looks for play for Maxwell Statham. Bit of a mistake from Porter will mean it will come for Statham. He'll tee up Alex Wall, shoots to the near post, and Granger gets down well to save. Junaid Mead will take this throw-in. He sends it down the left-hand side. Flicked on by Bradbury into space. Colson does really well, and he can lay it off now for Richard Chin to race forward on the right-hand side. Gets his head up, Chin. He's got Alex Wall overlapping to his right. He'll tee up Colson. He looks to shoot on his right. Didn't quite catch it, Colson. Luke Colson is going to deliver this in. A right-footed ball which is clipped in towards the near post. Max Statham gets a free run at it, and he couldn't quite control his header. It goes over the crossbar. It was an excellent ball in from Colson. He just stood it up in towards the 6-yard box. Max Statham got a really good run on it, but in the end he caught it, if anything, too well. It really fired off his forehead and over the bar. Dartford have been on the end of a lot more free kicks than they've scored this season. It's a 5-man Dartford wall. It is Christian Campbell. It's straight into the wall. It drops back to Campbell. He shoots on his right, and it's just wide of the post. Mead and Bonner have remained back. Everyone else is up forward. In it comes from Sam Adaldu. Headed away by Campbell. Winter nods it back into the area. Glanced on further by Connor Essam. Ming able to get a toe to it ahead of Statham, but puts it behind for a Dartford corner. This time on the opposite flank, and it'll allow Coulson to deliver one in swinging. Packed penalty area, and a lot of them inside the 6-yard box itself. And it comes from Coulson. Whipped in towards the back post. Max Statham's up for a headed goalwards, and the referee blows for a foul. The ball was in the back of the net. Not sure what the foul's for. Must have been a push in there somewhere, but the whistle did blow before the ball had even gone over the goal line. Hooked further clear by Taylor, and it'll come all the way through to Connor Essam. Got to be careful under pressure from Danny Mills. He sends it forward on the left-hand side, looking for Luke Colson. Onside Colson, plays it in towards Bradbury. It'll come back for Colson, onto the edge of the area. Luke Colson still going, shifts it sideways for Alex Wall. He's onside, he can shoot, he can score! Alex Wall at the double, Dartford 2, Dulwich Hamlet 0. Wonderful football from Dartford going forward. Coulson at the heart of it, weaving in and out of Dulwich players before teeing up Wall on the right-hand side. Took a touch to get it out of his feet, before lashing it in at the near post in typical Alex Wall fashion, launching this away towards Wall and Adaudu, but again it's Woodman who steps up well and uses his frame to get his head to it. Tom Bonner rolls it back to Ben Dudzinski. Got to be a bit careful. He's going to be on his weaker right foot, Dudzinski, but he clips a really nice ball to Richard Chin, in fact, who can get it down. And a nice touch of spin away from a man. Lays it back to Jordan Winter, and he clips it over for Max Statham. Nice football that. Statham now coming forward on the right-hand side. He's got a bit of space to run into. He's going to whip a ball in towards Bradbury. And Alex Wall! Alex Wall with a hat-trick! And that's the pick of them.
53 minutes. And his hat-trick, number 9, Alex Wall!
What a header that is from Alex Wall. You've got to credit the cross from Max Statham. It was delicious. And Wall rose like a salmon and cushioned his header perfectly into the bottom corner. No chance, Charlie Granger. Wonderful from Wall. Have been excellent, as has this man Sam Adaudu, who's going to take this throw and look to send it long and into the area. Conor Essendon's made his way forward, and it's he who's the target. He gets a glance on it, away by Mills. Stevens and Mills then colliding, and it's a bit of a misheaded away, which comes for Harvey Bradbury. Luke Colson plays it in towards the area. Conor Essendon, and saved by Charlie Granger. I don't know if he knew a lot about it, but he was able to hook it over his own crossbar and behind for a goal corner kick to deny Dartford their fourth. Well, Conor Essendon, if he was just able to stick it either side of Granger, he probably would have made it 4-0. First half. Chin in a one-man wall, in it comes from Raymond. Decent ball in, glance goalwards, and wide of the post, and behind for a goal kick. Stained with blood, you can tell that cut is a pretty bad one on the head of Sanchez Ming, and big red stain on the side of that bandage, so he'll be no doubt receiving some treatment post-match. Christian Campbell plays this forward into Danny Mills. That's a really nice flick, which will allow for Wole in behind. He can slot it in, can he? No, because Ben Dudzinski stands firm and denies Joshua Fawole with a really good save. Got down well and saved it with his outstretched leg, Ben Dudzinski. He's barely had anything to do, but he's done that very, very well. Wants to keep his clean sheet here, Ben Dudzinski. He's got a very, very good record at Prince's Park. Well, that's poor from David Stevens, then laps on the ball, allow Luke Allen in. Dartford have got a 4-on-3 here if Allen can pick a pass out. Down the right-hand side, lays it into Richard Chin, bursts away from Stevens, can tee up Harvey Bradbury in the near post, takes a touch and shoots! That's the goal that Harvey Bradbury deserved. He's worked so hard up there, Bradbury.
85 minutes. Number 18.
He was crucial in Alex Wall's hat-trick, putting himself about, and he's deserved the goal. And after that massive chance at one end for Dulwich Hamlet, they concede a fourth at the other end through Harvey Bradbury, who gets his second for the club, which Frankie Raymond will knock short to Christian Campbell, whose return to Prince's Park has probably not gone quite the way he was hoping. Nor has it for the other few Dulwich players who have formerly turned out in the black and white of Dartford. Played forward into the chest of Danny Mills. Dartford wanting to protect that clean sheet now. Clipped inside for Joe Felix. Got a clean run in towards the area. It'll come for the number 24, Joel Powell, who fires his shot over the bar. Shifts it sideways then to Max Statham. Now Luke Allen clips the ball forward on the right-hand side, looking for Richard Chin, battling with Christian Campbell and forcing Campbell into a bit of a rush clearance, which means Luke Allen can knock it down for Bobby Dunn. He goes back to Conor Essendon. Takes a bit of time before clipping a ball forward on the right flank. Bradbury the target. Stevens heads it away. It'll drop for Chin on the edge of the area. Couldn't quite bring it down in time for a shot. He then looks to have been clipped on the edge of the box. Referee doesn't give anything. Dunn shifts it across the left-hand side for Coulson. Great touch from Luke Coulson will allow him to shoot, but the shot didn't match the touch. And Granger able to get down low and deny Luke Coulson. Long ball away from Charlie Granger. Dartford 4, Dulwich 0. Time ticking away here at Prince's Park. A bit more of a chance for Dulwich there on the right-hand side. The ball in is fairly tame and it'll run all the way out for a throw-in on the far side. The referee blows for 4 time, where it is Dartford 4, Dulwich Hamlet 0.